Hello and welcome to the new video. My name is AnimeBuuga and today we are going to talk about Fruit Basket episode 24, the second last episode for this season. So in this episode, this is after the school festival. So at this episode, we finally learn more about Machi. Before this, we know that he and her mom and Kakeru's moms are in the same big family and they're trying to fight for inheritance, right? So we've never seen a lot of Machi. The thing we know about her is that she sometimes have episodes where she's like mentally unstable, she break things, and then at the other time she seems like a very dull person, like a person that doesn't do anything, doesn't have an opinion, doesn't socialize well. So basically this time we look at things from her perspective. This was initiated when Yuki she noticed that Yuki is asking her things that nobody asks. Things that question about her personality, she herself, and not what other people want her to be, right? Like the preference of a color, what Power Rangers she wants to be, things that might seem simple at first, but things that reflects who you are, right? What you like, things that probably nobody asks her because, well, she's not someone that is great at socializing. So basically, we follow her. We follow her back home, and we saw actually the condition that she lives in. She lives alone in a very small room, a messy room. And then when she got home, her mom called her, and her mom basically blamed her, say, why are you so dull? This is why nobody wants to be friend with you. Why nobody has friend with you? But her mom didn't realize that her mom plays a big part in that. Her mom forces her to do things that she didn't want to do, forces her to study a lot, to read a lot, to not socialize with people when she was younger, just to win the inheritance, right? Just to be a best person. She lacks, due to growing up like that, she lacks the personality to socialize. She feel like she's someone who's empty, who's a void. This is what she feels due to her upbringing. So Yuki asking her those questions makes her feel somewhat. Makes her question herself who she is, right? And then the thing with Yuki is that the first time she saw him, Yuki was also someone. Yuki looks a different person than he is right now. Yuki have changed, right? You from someone that is lonely to someone that is more open to everyone, that talks more to everyone, that doesn't seem as lonely. So I think at some point she was jealous of Yuki because she was also a lonely person, right? Lonely person who lacks a character, who lacks a personality. So when she saw Yuki like that, I think part of her was jealous that she wants to do things like that too, right? And then before she went back home, Yuki asked she asked Yuki why Yuki want to know those things, the color that she likes, the Power Rangers she likes, the place she wants to go. Basically, Yuki said a very a sentence that normally people would say in real life. Basically, he said that I just want to look at things from your perspective, which is in real life maybe weird, but for her it is something that nobody have thought about, right? Nobody wants to see from her perspective because her life is boring. She felt like her life is boring. So when they went on the student council day off to have a lunch together at a bit fancy restaurant, she met with Yuki first, and she tripped herself, and all her stuff from her bag was thrown out, and Yuki found a spanner. I think it is a spanner, right, in her bag. Weird stuff in her bag, and Yuki laughed at her in a friendly way. And then Yuki found maple leaf that Yuki gave when Yuki had the school trip, and she made that maple tree into a bookmark. So Yuki was, so why did you make this as a bookmark? She herself, she doesn't know why she does it. And then Yuki said, oh, maybe you like red color, or maybe you like orange color. So while to us that scene wasn't that important, to Machi on the other hand, Yuki made her realize that she have a personality, she have things that she likes, things that she doesn't like. She's not as blank as a person that she thought she is. I think that was a lovely moment for her, right? Because Yuki himself have feel these kinds of feeling in the past. Yuki have grown out of it because of Tohru. Now Yuki is doing what Tohru does to her. It is a very lovely moment in general. And then we fast forward to New Year. As we all know, in New Year, the Zodiac would have a dinner together, basically. But so because they have a dinner, nobody's at home, so Tohru have to stay overnight at Shisho's house, right, with Kyo, because Kyo wasn't invited. Rin was also there. There was a very cute moment between Rin and Kyo. But during that dinner, Yuki said something to Akito, which is a very interesting thing. Yuki said basically he forgave Akito for what he does to him in the past, because he said that he realized that he can blame everyone for everything, but that won't change anything. It is better for him to just forgive everyone and try to make a change himself. And this, which is a good way to think to grow out, right? And this pisses the shit out of Akito. Akito was so mad, he literally took a fucking jug, and just a glass jug at that, and just smash Yuki's head with the jug until it bleeds. Yeah, Akito was not fond of that. So yeah, I think Yuki is growing out of his shell. He wants to rebel. He don't want to go back to where he is. He likes his current life. He doesn't want to go back to the estate that much. He don't want to be back with Akito. That's a nice thing to have, because I think before this, I think that in the beach episode, he at certain times I feel like he's given up, right? Because he's just like Kyo. He want to enjoy his time. He knew his future, and he just want to enjoy his time and accept the future. I think Kyo is still in that state of mind where he just want to enjoy things, and when he got caged up, there's nothing he can do about it. So it is nice to see Yuki finally came out of his shell, all thanks to Tohru's help. So all that's left is for Kyo to break out of his shell and to fight for his life, his future. Thank you for watching the video. Please let me know your opinions on this episode on the comments down below. Leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and follow me on my other platforms such as Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. Thank you.